Hi, it's Roni, and welcome to my channel and the Mixed Media Frenzy YouTube Hop. That's where all our friends from the Facebook group Mixed Media Frenzy join in on the hop at the end of the month. And this will be the layout that we are using as our inspiration. So we'll all be creating something that was inspired from this one. And it is also Christmas in June. So I will have a Christmas layout instead of just a regular one. This one will be themed. So down below there'll be links to everybody doing Christmas in June, plus everybody that's doing the mixed media YouTube hop. And on the left hand side you'll notice a piece of paper, and it does have writing on it. It's a lot more conservative than the one I'm using. Mine is bright reds and greens, and it's from Doodlebug Designs. And the green in it's kind of like a lime green. So I am using my gelatos that's lime green. But then I'm going to add, instead of the pink that they have, well, you can see it there. It's a dark pink, but not as dark as I want. So I'm going to add some watercolor to it, two different shades, because I thought one might, clash a little bit as far as everything on the page, and then the other one would mellow it out. So I liked how it ended up looking. It's not dark enough to actually be red, but it wasn't as pink as it started out. And the original layout has mixed media coming down the center, and their paper there is ripped. I didn't rip mine. I plain forgot, if you want to know. But I do have my mixed media coming down the center and then going off to the right. They also have splatters, so I used my pink splatters, I think is what it was. And then I added a little bit of green later, but I don't think the camera was on when I added the green. So you won't see that. The picture I'm using is of my grandson Landon with Santa Claus, and he looks so thrilled. Oh, like he'd be like to be somewhere else besides there. But it's one took with a camera, and you know how some of them turn out really skinny? Well, it was going to be a skinny picture. Well, it was when I printed it out. Had a lot of white showing around it. So I cut it down, and then I got to thinking about this photo frame and knew I had it in the Christmas stuff. So I pulled it out, and it works. I mean, the picture was a little bigger, but it wasn't going to fit as a 4x6 or anything on some of my frames. And I've held this one onto it probably 10, 12 years. I've had it in there a long time and just kind of skipped over it each time. But it's on a layout today. And I do have some matching paper that goes with it. It came in a kit one time. The original layout, oh, I forgot to do another thing on the layout. Others might do it. Down there at the bottom where the twine is, they stitched it on there. It looked like hand stitching. I planned on doing that. I just forgot. But I don't know if I would have found any red thread or not to do it with. I'm not sure if I actually have red, because that would be the color I'd want to use. But I could probably went with white. I probably had white. I'm sure I had white, but I forgot all about it, so it did not make it on there. But I did add banner up there at the top. Well, I went for two instead of one. And then there was a bow, so that one took the place of the bow. And then I had a tag hanging off the top too, so I put that in there. And of course, since I'm doing Christmas, mine is Christmas. And I'm going to end up putting my photo down, gluing it down, and everything before I remember that film strip. And see the one there? I cut a red one out in advance, and if you look real close over on the left-hand side, you can see it. And it was out of sight, out of mind for me, because it was over there. Only part was showing. And yeah, I forgot it, but I will remember it. Yeah, when I go digging. I think, yeah, there it is. I wished I'd remembered it before I glued everything down, because I should have, because that was something I really wanted to put on the layout. Another thing that the original layout has is buttons, and I had full intentions of putting Chamel wooden buttons for Christmas, But then I ran across these brads that are Bow Bunny, and they're pretty old. So I decided I'd go ahead and use them instead, and I ended up putting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on the layout. You will only see 4, but there is 5. Take my word for it. I put it on there when I went back in there and put a little glue behind that little gingerbread guy. He wasn't even pretending to stick. And I thought he's going to get lost somewhere way down behind the photo or something. And I wanted him to stay up there, so I put a good sized glop of glue behind him. And while I was there, I thought, well, I'm here. The brads are here. I can go ahead and put one down here on the film strip on the bottom left. And so that's what I did. So yeah, but the video I was already editing the video and stuff, and pictures were already took and on the video. So yeah, just take my word for it. There is one down there, and it has a holly leaf on it. That Ho Ho Ho, I wanted that as my title, and I had those left over from last year. I started to do the title, decided to cut them apart, change my mind, and put them back together. Well, I cut another one, and I thought, oh, that'll be great on there. Well, I counted 3, and I get over to my desk and could only find 2. And I thought, did I count 1 twice? Can't I count to 3? Anyway, I used Sizzix Tall and Slim and went ahead and cut 3 more. It's not as tall, but it is the closest one that I have that's that tall. And after I finished my layout, guess what? I found the other one. It was in the floor. I had dropped it. And yeah, on my way to my desk. So it wasn't right there, but it was a few steps away. But yeah, I did make Ho 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 to go on my layout. And that one sticker says joy to the world. And then the one that I'm going to put on right now, it says definitely on the nice list. Because, I figure he only got that picture taken because he was being nice. If y'all look at his face, you can tell that he's not exactly excited to sit on Santa's lap. And see, what else have I got in here? I didn't mention that I have yourself a merry little Christmas, and I did cut it apart instead of just leaving it plain Jane. And so the Christmas is up higher, but it's nestled up under the Merry Christmas. I mean, Merry Little, not Christmas. Christmas is nestled underneath the Merry Little. And I also nestled the definitely on the nice list under the packages. And I had a little ticket that said 25 cents each. And I thought, well, that's cute. Instead of saying 25 like it does all over the place for December, I'll just add one that says 25 cents on there. And what am I doing? Oh, I'm adding one of the brads. Like I said, I am going to have 5 of them on there. And I think I'm getting close to, oh yeah, I am going to put some twine through here. And I could have just cut a long piece. I don't know why I didn't, but I cut smaller pieces, so I will have to cut more because I think it's 3 more pieces I'm going to put on the layout. And I've just got it kind of swirling through everything to help your eye get over to the other side of the layout. And it's fun. I like doing it. It's one of my favorite things to do. And let's see. Oh, the other thing when I get done with this that I'm going to put on here is little teeny tiny peppermints that Monica sent me. And she's Spring Chick 28 here on YouTube. And she made them with the tiny perler beads. Oh, they are just so cute. And I used more on this layout than I have ever used on a layout because I've tried to space them out. But I got sent a package of, well, they weren't homemade, so they're not as good, but peppermints, and I think they might be a little tiny smaller than this, and they don't dome. They're flat, but they're still cute, so I thought I can be generous with my layout for a while since I do have plenty of both and one to switch over to when I get done with these. But yeah, they're going to go on my layout and they're going to look so cute. You guys will love them. But yeah, she made them on little tiny perler beads, red and white ones. and they turned out perfectly domed. And there will be a few more in the finished photos than there is on the layout video because I decided to throw a few more on there and kind of scatter them. Whereas I put like three, three, and three to start with. I thought, oh, I really want to do it. So yeah, I went ahead and did it. But I didn't turn the camera back on for filming. Y'all know how to put them on. I'll show you on 9. And I usually use my art glitter glue on them. And I thought, well, I'm going to go ahead and use the glossy accents and see how they do. They don't do. They don't work on these. I had 4 fall off, so I had to go back in there and use the art glitter glue. And I haven't had any more fall off, and those 4 have stayed on. So I will be using art glitter glue next time. Oh, and if y'all think my letters, words, my words, are upside down on that paper, they're all directions. And I picked the wrong one, of course, because the other direction would have had more right side up. But it's going to stay that way. I just didn't even notice when I was doing it because I knew they were all over the place anyhow. But I want to mention that down there below that you will see links to everybody that's on Christmas in June. Um, Little hop thing we have every month, and everybody that's in the Mixed Media Frenzy hop for this month. And there's quite a few. When I looked, there was quite a few already signed up for this. I'm thinking around 15. So there'll be 2 groups, so don't forget to look at both of them and get loads of inspiration. And if you decide to do this layout, come over to the Facebook group. And if you haven't joined, join. There will be a link down there below, and post your layout on the group so we can see what you did with your creation. But that's it. That's my layout. If you leave a comment below, I'll try to get back with you. And if you like my video and hit a thumbs up, I'd appreciate it. And if you are not subscribed to my channel, of course, I would love to have you subscribe. And those of you already are, thank you so much. But have a happy, scrappy week. Take care and stay safe. Bye.